Good afternoon, Talking After Dark family. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hope this day finds you in great peace and great love and just great opportunities to seek out something and someone new in your life. And there's a whole lot of ways to do it, and we talk about many of them, and we'll talk about many more of those opportunities. But today, let's talk about what your name is. Yes, what your name is. I say what your name is because in the courtship, our names will change. Our names will change as our intentionalities change about the person that we're with and how we feel about them, or how we view them, how we see them, what we think of them, and what role and what place and space do they take in our lives. All that to say this is that when you first meet someone and you go out on a date, and if you were to run into a friend, you would probably say, "Hey, Joe, hey, Michael, hey, Teresa, whatever. Hey, this is my friend Vivian, Louise, Kelvin, Keller, whatever the name might be." And as you continue that process and you go a little bit further, you might come up with a different title. You might classify that person after a month of dating or seeing each other. You may introduce them in a similar situation as, well, hey, you still may use the term, hey, this is my friend, whatever. Or you may, feel some kind of way about this person, or like them a whole lot, that you're willing to step out on the limb and say, hey, this is my lady, this is my guy, we're together, and we're doing this, and you're going to see more of us. So, hey, this is my lady, Louise, this is my guy, Fred, Ted, Billy, Bob, whatever the name is. And that's just into the game for a short period of time. But let's say you're 5, 6, 7, 8 months down the line, then what your name is? What is it at that point? Is it still identified as friend? Is it something new? Has a new title been derived for this person? Are they now your boo thing, your special K, your special man, your first lady, your special lady? What title will they hold, or do they hold? Does time have anything to do with titles? Does significance have anything to do with titles? Or is there a place for titles at all when you are really just trying to get to know a person? Does there have to be a title? Do you have to certify or clarify to anyone else who they are, or maybe you need to clarify it within yourselves? I'm sure doing conversations or through conversations or attrition of the relationship, you guys have come up with some maybe even pet names for each other, and that's probably what you guys refer to each other as is all of those pet names. But when it comes to the relevance of introducing this person to the family at a funeral or a wedding or a family vacation or a family whatever they call these things, family get together, where you're going to have more family there than friends. So does the relevance or the significance of the title of this person, does it change to support your audience? And is it necessary to change the title just because the audience changes? And that happens a lot, I'm sure. But the thing about that is that I'm not so sure if titles matter as much as treatment does. How does that person treat you? How does that person relate to you and you relate to them? How do they make you feel? Do they make you feel like you're significant, like you're number one, like like they can't see anything else when you're with them or around them, that they have all of your full and undivided attention? They're not constantly in the phone looking and researching stuff, and reading text messages and emails and all that while you're with them, and their attention is totally yours. Is that much more important to you than a person giving you a title? What do you prefer? Tell me. Let me know what you guys think about that. Is it really important that being out in public with someone that you're trying to get to know, does it really matter to you how they identify you? Will it piss you off, or will it set you apart because they used the wrong term to identify you, or perhaps they identify you differently in different circles? To some friends, you're the boo thing. To other friends, you're the main thing. And to the family, you're the girlfriend or the boyfriend or the man or the one. Does that really matter to you? Does that really goat you one way or the other, how a person identifies you or refer to you? I will tell you that sometimes, and probably most times, is that titles probably change as importance change. As the level of your importance increases in a relationship, surely you're probably going to be identified differently. You're probably going to be seen as something and someone more significant in this person's lives, and they feel so good about you, or good enough about you, that they are willing to title your existence or title the relationship, because you have reached a different point in their lives, and they want everybody to know that you are not just a date, you are not just someone that are getting to know each other, that you guys are actually involved in a fruitful, meaningful relationship, and you guys respect each other enough that your exclusivity produces another term, another name for you, by which you bear reference to when you are introduced to the crowd, to your family, to your friends, and co-workers, or to anybody else. Sometimes I know people do it a lot, depending on the circle that they're in, and how they refer to you based on what they want other people to think about them. Not so much about you, but about them, how they want people to see them and to view them in their eyes. So I guess you kind of have to decide whether or not that really matters to you, or does it really make a difference to you how you identify or what title you carry. Titles, to me, are not as important as treatment is. If you treat me like you love me, if you treat me like you care about me, if you treat me like I'm significant, if you treat me like I'm important, that, to me, that is much more meaningful to me than whether or not you call me your boo thing, your special man, your number one man, or this, that, or the other. I prefer that I see it, and more importantly than I hear it. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But how do you feel? What's really important to you? How do you want to be classified or referred to? Does the amount of time in the relationship signifies a certain level of appreciation as they refer to you in your introductions to the family, to the friends, to the co-workers, or just to the general populace? So that's kind of something maybe you guys can even talk about, how you want to be referred to, because it can be quite offensive how you refer to someone in the midst of your relationship. If it's someone that you've never been intimate with, and you don't have an intimate attachment, or you just kind of just really dating and getting to know each other, then it is what it is. But when you begin to have heartfelt feelings and concerns about another person, when you begin to have a more significant relationship, at some point titles should change. They ought to change. They should be reflective of where you are and how you guys feel about each other. But that's kind of like a personal thing, and I kind of want to hear from you guys about what do you think about that, how you really view it and see it, and does time and significance in the relationship have anything to do with your title, or how you should be titled or introduced? Hey, listen, Talking After Dark always here for you, looking for your comments. Share, like, subscribe, and do comment. God bless you, and take care.